This is Digivation Network.
Digi, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Byro.
The digital economy, we are seeing an uptick of that in Nigeria for the very first time. And we call it the big reset. So, by that, we are seeing a reset of the Nigerian economy from the oil economy to the digital economy, to see how the digital economy can propel the next revolution. What are the things that you see that will drive the next phase of Nigeria's development?
Thank you very much for the opportunity to share my thought with you on this. And I think there will never be a more perfect time than now to reset the Nigerian economy, because the government has the political will to diversify our economy. If you could remember, in 2015, when President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, there was a recession as a result of oil price crash. So the president set a committee to look at the way we can diversify our economy, and the committee came up with Nigerian Economic Growth and Recovery Plan, which has 3 key objectives. Firstly, to restore growth. Secondly, to build globally competitive economy. And thirdly, to accelerate inclusive growth by investing in our own people.
The future that we are seeing, like someone would say, if data is going to be the key and the economy of this next phase, it means that China is going to be the Saudi Arabia of the next phase. So that is because of population and the policy put in place to ensure that data is well regulated, data is well put in place. Nigeria has the highest population also in Africa. And are you also looking at this in such a way that Nigeria also remains and become the king in terms of economic activities and innovation in this new phase we're in?
Nigeria we are not only having the highest population in Africa, but we are having the youngest, or one of the youngest population in the world. That means our population, if you look at it, more than 60% of Nigerians are below 30. Which means they are digitally native. Digitally native means they can easily understand and use digital technology, which drive IT in general, or digital economy. And when you look at data fuel the digital economy. Like there was this buzzword, data is the new oil, which started in May 2007. When the Economist published an article that oil is no longer the world's most valuable resources, but data. Yeah. But to me, data is more than an oil, because oil is an infinite resources, yeah. But data, you can reuse it in many cases. You can refine it, reuse it, and reuse it again, which make it more valuable than oil. And if you look at the paradigm shift in the 4th industrial revolution, whereby we have autonomous vehicle, we have Internet of Things, this and that, which they are all powered by data. You need a data to drive all this. So Nigeria, we have that advantage of creating this big data because of our population and also the youthful population. Therefore, we need to harness this potential well for us to get value from it. And the government has started setting the foundation for that.
A lot of other proponents have also said that data should be regulated, because we are seeing we'll see a situation of artificial intelligence going into using it for health diagnosis. Of course, we have heard even Amazon have Amazon Go. Okay, that is just sure that you just walk in and walk out without picking anything, but with looking at anything you have picked. Okay, so with all of these things in place, do you have any worry about regulating data and then infrastructure that is required to ensure that all these innovations and the intervention you've spoken about come to reality?
Yeah, let me start with the infrastructure. The National Digital Economy Policy has 8 pillars. One of it is solid infrastructure. And on the 19th March this year, President Muhammadu Buhari launched the National Broadband Plan, which is ambitious, and it has set a goal for the industry to make sure there is 95% broadband coverage by the year 2025. The minister is driving it, and I think we are on course, because looking at what happened within just a year, there was increase of almost 10% from 32% in August 2019 to 42% in July 2020. So by the time the report of August and September come out, I think there will be an impressive increase in that.
The worry of some school of thought is that all of this infrastructure we are putting in place, okay, schools, all requires data, and we need to regulate those data and its usage. Otherwise, we'll be sacrificing, security on the altar of trying to harmonize and grow data, the big database.
The data protection bill is already on the way, and NITDA, we already have a sub-legislation on data regulation, which was issued on 19th January 2019. And the objective of that regulation is to safeguard our personal data, our privacy, to protect the privacy of all Nigerians, and also to help make a globally competitive business, because the business is moving into digital and people need to trust that business for them to patronize it. So a lot of developed countries, they have that regulation in place, and also it is a requirement for a Nigerian company to do business with some of these jurisdictions to comply with that requirement, and as well, and the vice versa. That means for them to do a business in Nigeria, they also need to comply with it. As a result, in the lack of that bill, NITDA, we came up with a subsidiary legislation which is filling that gap. So we kill 2 birds with one stone with that regulation. We bridge the gap in terms of data protection and privacy, and also we created a new industry with that.
We now move a little bit to still on security. You are the regulatory house for the Nigeria IT industry. The rate at which Nigerians use the cyberspace, especially the social media network, are you impressed?
I can say yes and no. Yes, in terms of the reach, it has increased the number of people in using internet in Nigeria, and also it's preparing the ground for digital economy. I can say no, because we are not using it positively. because our youths can use that, their reach, their followership on that social media to make money. But if you look at mostly people engage or they waste time on social media, they are not doing something meaningfully that can add to their life or their professional career. So we are coming up with some initiatives around it. We've started it with training about 100 people on social media entrepreneurship. Because what we are trying to achieve as part of our drive for the digital economy, digital literacy and skills is one of the 8 pillars. Part of the thing we do is to enlighten people on the right usage of this technology. How can you use it to benefit from it, not to waste your time? Because technology is 2 things. It's either you waste your time or you use it to learn or to develop yourself.
As we wind down the very last one, any message to the ICT community and the young, enterprising and Nigerians about hope about Nigeria at 60?
If you look at the government started the celebration by launching Nigeria at 60 portal. This is to make it inclusive, to carry our people along, and also to use a technology that is youth friendly. Because most of the people that participated in the voting, in the innovation challenge to come up with slogan, poem, and photography, they are young people. So the government is making the celebration inclusive, and also we are carrying the young people along. In addition, also the government is coming up with policies that they are youth-centric. And like at NITDA, we are coming up with several initiatives like our innovation and entrepreneurship support schemes. We are building innovation and incubation parks, IT hubs, which they are all youth-centric. And the idea is to engage our youths so that they can use their talent, they can channel it to create jobs for themselves, and also to strengthen the economy in general. Because what COVID-19 did was to help level the playing field. Because even the bigger organizations now, they are struggling to catch up because they have to change the way they work. So this is giving the younger one an opportunity to grow together with these bigger organizations.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you, it's a pleasure. Yeah.
This is Digivation Network.